Butterflies ride swerving down here. I promise my money ain't hurting out here. I got it wrapped like a turban down here. I got them trap boys serving down here. Got cars, got clothes, got fame. Got bars, got flows, got game.
Greetings and welcome to another edition of Seamless Style, powered by Polo Ticks and Polaroids. I'm your host, Mr. Parker. All right. I think this is episode 230 or 231, one of those. This episode, as previously advertised on the previous episode, which was exclusive to Patreon. This episode, we're going to focus and feature ensembles that are perfect for these extreme climate changes that we've been having. Now, does that represent each and every one of you? Maybe not, because some of you may have had snow for the past 2 weeks, for all I know, right? But what I do know is that much of the South, especially where I am, which is considered the Mid-South, we've had a random Tuesday being unseasonably 75 degrees. And then the next day, Wednesday, it might be 22 degrees cooler with overcast or rain, whatever the case may be. So with those type of drastic temperature changes, some of you who refuse to take my advice and just have a climate controlled room, some of you may have had to have gone back and forth between totes, pulling out certain spring items, certain warmer weather items, and then jumping right back into fall winter items. All right. So I want to try to make it a little bit easier for everyone, regardless of if you're going back and forth to totes or you have climate controlled rooms for your collection. I want to make it easier for you guys to be able to maneuver through these drastic temperature changes that a lot of us have been experiencing. All right. With these drastic temperature changes, you may want to pull out lighter weight items. You may want to pull out certain colors that you typically wouldn't have on in February. And I get it. And you're not wrong in doing so. But we still need to be able to, especially if we're going outside every day, we still need to be able to style and layer in a proper way so that we're not overdressed or underdressed for whatever the day's activities may call for. All right. So 3 rigs plus the ensemble I'm wearing makes 4 looks for this episode. All right. This look that I'm wearing, this ensemble is perfect for a 60 to 70 degree day. Partly sunny to partly cloudy or even overcast. Anything below 60, you might have to make some adjustments. All right. Anything above 70, you may have to make some adjustments. But the weight of what I have on and the amount of layering, it's ideal for what I just mentioned. All right. I pulled out a pair of spring footwear, all right, slip-on sneakers with the floral pattern throughout, all right, beautiful Flower arrangements on each shoe. Beautiful springtime colors that pop. All right. Went raw dog. All right. No socks. Went raw dog with this look. Now, our main piece is this suit here. All right. It is a matching Polo Blue Label suit trousers with a suit jacket. The suit jacket has gold buttons. The trousers have an elastic waist with drawstring. All right. This suit is the same material as most of the performance jogger suits that you see on RalphLauren.com. All right. Like I said, performance material. So you're getting the same fabric as a warm-up suit, but in an actual suit form. All right. So very unique. I would venture to say very rare. I bought this a couple of years ago, several years ago, and I have yet to see it return to RalphLauren.com. Now, I could be wrong. It may have made a comeback. I would think that this would be something that they would have year round every year on that site, but maybe it didn't do so well. I don't know. I know that this is an amazing piece to have because it can be dressed up, obviously because it's a suit, but it absolutely can be dressed down, as I've done here, at least as far as the footwear is concerned. Now, I did decide to dress it up a little more as far as the top half. Polo gingham, pink and white gingham pocket square. Polo spread collared dress shirt in a soft pink. All right, in a soft Jamaica pink. And I went with a Polo Blue Label asymmetric ascot. All right. Finished the look off with a little bit of RL jewelry, a little injury of accessories jewelry, a Samsung watch for a little more of a sportier look, and a trusty pair of shades just in case it is, a little bit of sun outside. All right. That is my ensemble. Now, fragrance of the ensemble is also fragrance of the episode. I went with Polo Red Rush. All right. Now, why Polo Red Rush? Mr. Parker, consider Polo Red Rush to be a year-round fragrance, but it does have heavy floral notes. So if you are forced to choose, which why would you be? But if you are forced to choose, it's probably more of a spring summer fragrance to most people's palates. All right. But I personally feel like there's just enough wood in here that it works year round. All right. Polo Red Rush, out of all of the red fragrances, I think is fastly becoming my favorite fragrance out of all of the reds. All right. I just love the balance of it. I love the floral notes because they're not overly flowery, if that makes any sense to you. But I just tell you like this, man, don't take my word for it. Visit any place that sells Ralph Lauren fragrances, and Polo Red Rush should be in there. Take a whiff of it, man, before you buy it. All right. Now, without any further ado, y'all ready? Me too. Let's go. Now, for our first rig, we are focused on a cooler day, right? A cooler day that maybe we're spending a little more time outside than just from the house to the car, from the car to an office, from the car to the mall, whatever, right? Maybe we're spending a little more time outside, right? Maybe we're in the mountains. Maybe we're doing some outdoor work that's not too dirty, but it does involve us being outside. I don't know, right? But we're talking about a 50 to 57, 58 degree day, maybe even a little cooler than 50, maybe 47, 48, right? Very cool, but not cold, right? Overcast, maybe a light drizzle later, or maybe it rained a little earlier in the morning before we got outside, and there's no more rain expected, but it's just kind of gloomy outside, right? We've actually had about 3 days of gloom here in the Charlotte metro area. We've had 3 days of gloomy days, and nobody, not even the feds, can tell me why. But anywho, I digest. This is a perfect ensemble for those type of days, right? So, lightweight jacket, heavyweight sweater, button-up shirt. So we have layers here, right? We have layers here where some layers are thicker than others, right? But we're easily able to remove 1 or even 2 layers if we need to. But we definitely can remove the top layer if it does get a little bit warmer over the course of us being outside. All right, let's start at the bottom. We have the Nixon boot. All right, our previous episode, we had the Nixon snuff. This time we have the Nixon leather. All right, brown leather dress casual wingtip boots with a suede vamp. All right, beautiful, stylish pair of boots. These boots are very versatile because depending on what your ensemble is, they can, the actual footwear can be dressed up or dressed down. All right, in this particular case, we dressed them down. All right, scroll up. Socks wear something comfortable, right? Scroll up, we have a pair of cargo pants. All right, slim fit cargo pants, not skinny, obviously, but a nice slim fit pair of cargo pants. The pockets are close to the waist. Y'all know that's really the only way I like to do my cargos. I don't like those big pocket cargo pants. All right, in a boating khaki hue. All right, scroll all the way up. We have a OCBD and a mint julep hue. All right, a pop of color as our bottom layer, right? So you don't see much of it, but you see enough to get the point, get the idea of where we were actually going, right? We just wanted a little bit more of a spring hue amidst all of these fall hues that we have in our combo here. All right. Over top of that OCBD, we have this beautiful Polo Blue Label sweater. It has a Southwestern print upon it. It is a very thick wool sweater, wooden toggles and ropes for your closures. Chocolate brown is our base color with some orange, some green here, and some different shades of tan. Okay. And then over top of that, we actually have a matching full zip hoodie. All right. Same pattern. However, the hoodie is more of a heathered, weathered look. All right. So as far as actually matching the sweater to a T, it does as far as the design and the pattern. It has the orange, it has the fuchsia, it has the green, it has the tan. Right. But because it's a weathered look, it's not the exact same hues. It's not the exact same color. Right. It's a shade lighter because it's a weathered look. I really like the difference here in the hoodie and the sweater, right? I think it would have been just fine if the hoodie was the same color as the sweater, but I think it works all the same that it's not the same color, the same hue. I think it works just fine because it just shows the versatility, right? It just shows the versatility that we have as far as the fabrics that we're dealing with, all right? Because this hoodie is a lot lighter in weight than this actual sweater. This sweater is very thick. It's very heavy, right? Depending on temperatures, it can stand alone, right? But because, again, like I stated, we're talking about 47 to 57, 58 degrees, right? We're talking about rain in the morning, gloomy day, overcast, no real sun. The hoodie puts all of that in perspective, right? It's a safety net type piece because, you know, if something decides it does want to fall out of the sky and we still out and about, you just pull your hoodie over your head. You're somewhat protected, right? Your sweater is protected because you don't necessarily want to get soaking wet in a wool sweater like this, right? Not 100% wool, all right? So great ensemble, like I said, for 47 to 57, 58 degree weather. Perfect for being outdoors for any extended period of time in those type of climates. Now for our second rig represents comfortability in weird transitional temperatures. All right. This look represents the same temperature spectrum as rig 1. 47 to 58, maybe tipping 60, overcast, right? A little bit heavier wind, no rain, maybe no rain. This is a comfortable look for indoors or out, all right? There is one piece in particular in this look that makes this look. Otherwise, all of the other pieces are interchangeable, all right? The one piece that you kind of have to have for this look to really work is a belted cardigan. Now, it doesn't have to be a 3/4 length belted cardigan, right? It doesn't have to be a simple oatmeal rag flavor to it, right? It could be a Southwestern print. It could be a double RL piece with some beautiful type of pattern on it. But it needs to be a belted cardigan for this look to work. Everything else is interchangeable, all right? You can go with a totally different sweater. It doesn't even have to be a crew neck. It could be a V-neck. It could be a turtleneck, right? But this look is a comfortable look. Could even be considered a fireside look. Could be a bonfire look. Something outdoors. But your temperatures are from 47 to 58, borderline 60. Your climate is mostly cloudy to complete overcast, right? Probably no rain, right? Nothing falling out of the sky, right? So no rain, no snow. But this is definitely a look that works during these crazy times we're dealing with, all right? Let's start at the bottom. The bottom is the reason I said no rain, all right? So if it is rain, switch out the footwear, all right? Because I pulled out the needlepoint slippers, all right? Ralph Lauren Purple Label, collarless needlepoint slippers with the American flag bear on the vamp, all right? You don't particularly want to wear needlepoint slippers or linen slippers in the rain, all right? You can ruin your slippers, all right? And these retailed for $700 when they came out. I don't think you want to ruin slippers that may have cost you $700 or more, all right? Hosiery wise, something comfortable, simple, plain in this instance, but again, interchangeable depending on what other pieces you're wearing. I pulled out the forest green cable knit socks, all right? Scroll up, a wonderful pair of medium wash denim with some fading in the knee, all right? Nice selvage type cuff to the bottom of the jeans. Again, interchangeable. You can go with a lighter wash. You can go with a darker wash. You can go with chinos instead of denim, all right? I went with the ribboned D-ring American flag inspired belt, all right? Navy with red and white stripes because of our sweater, which we'll get to here shortly. OCBD in the classic Columbia blue, all right? No neckwear. You can You can pop some neckwear on there if you want to add a little bit to the look, but it's not necessary. Over top of that is the crew neck American flag sweater. All right. The base color of our flag sweater is college green. All right. With the red, white, and blue American flag over top. All right. Iconic piece in the world of Ralph Lauren. All right. And then over that, we have a 3/4 length oatmeal rag belted shawl collar cardigan. All right. By Club Monaco. All right. This beautiful piece I've had in my collection for a very long time, and it just exudes comfortability. All right. It typically, as far as when I wear it, it typically wears like a jacket, right? Like a jacket, borderline coat. It is a medium weight, so it's not too light. It does have some weight to it, especially around the most important areas, which is the shawl collar, as well as the placard, all right, as well as the sleeves. The sleeves have a nice weight to them. All right, this thing was built and made for comfortability. All right, it's made to be comfortable and cozy. All right, I still want the black rag 3/4 length that they had, and I've been looking for years. They have never brought it back. But like I said, all of these pieces are interchangeable. But for this look to be pulled off perfectly, you're gonna need a belted cardigan. All right. Again, it does not have to be a 3/4 length cardigan. It does not have to be a 3/4 length. It could be a waist length. But for the look to be maintained, it does have to be a belted cardigan, right? A more traditional button only cardigan is not gonna be quite right with these type of layers, right? With a sweater and a shirt underneath. You kind of need the belt to make it more of a jacket look, to make your cardigan more of a jacket look. All right. But like I said, everything else is interchangeable. So you might have the bulk of these items or something similar in your closet. All right. You can put this look together for those perfect 47 to 58 degree days. 75 degrees, partly sunny, a little bit of wind, but it's still February. But you like, man, it ain't gonna be that many people on the lake today. I'm trying to take the little pontoon out. I'm trying to enjoy it. You know what I mean? I realize it's, the temperature dropping 20 degrees tomorrow, but it's today. And I'm trying to live in the moment. This is your ensemble of choice. All right. You might not see a pair of shorts again on Seamless Style until May, June. But you're seeing a pair today. All right. Now, the thing about this look is it's very sporty. All right. So if you plan on doing something like this just to run a few errands, all right. I mean, hey, if that's your thing, do your thing. Bit corny to me. But hey, do your thing. But if you got a little pontoon or you're just gonna do a little boat rental and you're gonna post up at the lake and maybe, throw some fish on the grill, right? Maybe a few dogs for the kids or the grandkids. And you're gonna jump on that boat and enjoy this day because they few and far between until April, then yeah, this is a look that says, I am the Ralph Lauren guy. I don't need no damn tote to put spring and summer stuff in. I got a climate control room. I can keep everything in order, no moths. Let's start at the bottom. Now, traditional wisdom is going to say, go with a boat shoe. You're going to be on a boat, go with a boat shoe. And yes, you can absolutely do that. But when you have a lot of shoes and you're looking for something and you find something else and your brain says, you know what, these will work, then you just kind of go with it. All right. These lace-up sneakers in a Rugby Royal hue, white soles, white laces, and all over white anchors. All right. Just the theme of them, as well as the Rugby Royal hue, just works so well with the jacket that I said, why not? All right. Hosiery wise, I don't need any. Right. I actually have a pair of footies that are white with the France flag on the outside. If I decided to put some socks on, it'll be those. But probably gonna go raw dog in this case. Scroll up. Everything else is super matchy, and we don't give a fuck. All right. The France Ocean Challenge shorts. All right. 8.5-inch inseam board shorts, FRA3 on the right side with the Ocean Challenge 3 flags, cross flags, also on the right, big pony in white on the left, Rugby Royal piping down the sides of the shorts. Our shirt, the France Ocean Challenge shirt, same color palette, same hues, France going across the front, obviously. The matching cap with the PRL Offshore Team Cup Division, France, Pier 6, 3 cross flags, beautiful, stylish, sporty, offshore boat challenge cap, and it matches this gorgeous jacket. Right, the jacket is perfect for being out on that water. It's water resistant. It's for Ocean Challenge Racing 2011 series. If you do remember it, great. If you don't, man, look it up, man. The Ocean Challenge series was just a thing of beauty. All right. And to this day, there's still pieces floating around. There are even a few pieces. And y'all know how I am about the big pony. It's not my favorite logo. It is not my favorite logo under the Ralph Lauren brand. But that said, there are still pieces of the Ocean Challenge, as well as the Grand Prix racing that came out maybe a year or two later. There's still pieces from those lines that I want. I ain't gonna lie to you. Just because the details of them, right? How much they just resonate with that world, right? If you've ever watched a yacht race, this is the type of stuff you might see, right? So I love it. I jumped on the France immediately. I've had this coat here for God knows how long, right? But just piece by piece, just adding different pieces over the course. I think I've had 2 or maybe 3 of the shirts. But like I said, 75 degrees, partly sunny, even maybe mostly sunny. You like, man, we gonna go to the lake. A day on the lake. Fuck it. A day on the lake. I realize it's 55 degrees tomorrow. We talking about the day. We talking about today. And today is 75 degrees. We got a pontoon, whether we own it or we rent it. And damn it, we going out. We gonna enjoy the lake. And this is how a Ralph Lauren guy enjoys being on his boat. And that's another episode in the books. Wild transitional temperatures, man. we typically don't start transitional episodes as far as getting prepared from the transition from winter to spring. We typically don't start until mid to late March. Somebody that's been around since day one, y'all let me know. Seems like typically not to mid to late March. But these temperatures, man, at least, like I said, in the mid-south, further down south, trying to go out west a little bit, past Tennessee, all the way into St. Louis. Temperature's just been wild, man. Temperature's been wild. 75 degrees on a random Thursday, and then Friday, 57. 3 days of 52 as your high. Day of 39, and then back up to 64. Like, this wild shit, man. We need answers. Somebody need to tell us something. Somebody that work in the feds, they know what's going on with this weather. Yeah, you. Anywho, I'm just being silly, man. But it is weird weather that we have, and so we were able to try to prepare, right? To try to prepare. It's all about fabrics and layers, right? Certain fabrics for certain temperatures, certain amount of layers, removable layers, right? So if you have to, it's getting a little warm out here. Let me take the jacket off, throw it in the back seat. Not a problem, right? You're still stylish without compromising your ensemble. Now you're a little more comfortable. All right. But as always, which ensemble fit your current style the most, right? Which ensemble fit your current temperatures, right? So I know, like, for example, a few brethren in Texas. I don't keep up with Texas weather like that, but I can only assume that it don't get but so cold in certain parts of Texas. That much I know. Now, there are certain parts of Texas where it does get cold. So which ensembles fit you more? If you're down in Florida, or maybe if you're out in LA, then, maybe rig 1 and rig 2 don't work for you at all. Right? Just depends on where you are, man. But what I do know is that a lot of us are experiencing very weird, dramatic temperature changes. All right. So we have to be prepared, because we can't be caught lacking when we step outside, right? We are Ralph Lauren guys, and we cannot be caught slipping when we step outside, right? We have to always be fresh, because that's what they expect. Right, that's what they expect, man. They expect for us to always be fresh. So, we can't let them down. So we have to be able to stay up on the temperatures, the inclement weather, etc., so that we can dress appropriately. And when you're talking about certain seasons, it's supposed to be a fluid type of day, week, and month. But again, like I said, man, it's just been really crazy these past couple of weeks. The temperatures have been really sporadic. All right. Get in the comment section and holler at me. I hope you guys have been watching the behind the scenes. We changed it up a bit. We're talking about more things besides what to wear and how to wear it that make for the mod trad-naissance man, right? Modern, traditional Renaissance, right? If you've been around for more than a year and a half, 2 years, then you obviously remember that. Mod trad-naissance, all right? It's not just about the clothes. What is behind the seams? What's behind the seams is a grown-ass man, right? And I do have opinions on how we as grown-ass men should move, right? What we should look for in this, what we should look for in that, how we should respond to this, how we should respond to that, etc. And that's what the bulk of behind the scenes is going to focus on. focus on. There will still be chances to feature a piece that doesn't need a full seamless style episode, but man, I gotta show y'all this, and this is that, and this is what it does, etc., etc. Still gonna be room for that, but you know, there's more to us than just what we wear. All right. If you are watching solely on YouTube, hit that like, hit that subscribe, and tell a friend, man, because we here. Artists paint pictures, haters paint narratives. So don't wear slim fit bell bottoms to try to teach me nothing. All right, because I can't listen to you. Y'all have a good one.